most relationships, you have two people, a man and a woman, that are really operating with goodwill toward one another. They really do want to see the happiness of the other person. They want them to be fulfilled. But because of that misinformation, because of those misguided assumptions, they're operating at different wavelengths. So, let's start this out by asking the first question. Are we really different? Now, we look at the external, and yeah, we can pretty much tell that we are different, male and female. But I think when it comes down to it, for me as a guy, I actually assumed that Shanti just thought the same way I did. That she viewed life, that she viewed our relationship through the same lens that I did. And therefore, if she said something that was somewhat hurtful to me, or if I said something hurtful to her, there was an expectation on my part that she knew exactly what she was doing. And she was choosing to say something that was going to tick me off. So, here's how we kind of came to, here's a little bit of a little illustration of, are we different? One of the things that we've done a lot of is focus groups. And one particular focus group that we were doing was of high school and college age kids. So the first night of the focus group was with young men, with these guys. And Shanti, as she always does, she runs it, and she has a whiteboard up there, and she's writing things down. And she said, okay, I'd like to start this off by asking a question. What are the things that you most fear, are insecure about, worry about, and the things that you want, the things that you need? And so these group of 10, 12 guys were writing, were sharing things, their thoughts, their feelings. And Shanti was writing these all down. And so the focus group went on. And it was just guys this particular night. And this was in one of these conference rooms where, you know, they have the whiteboard is kind of hidden behind a couple of doors or whatever. We didn't have time, and we forgot to erase it when we were done, so we just closed the doors. The next night was a group of teenage, high school and college age young women. And the doors were closed, and so Shanti says, okay, here's what we'd like to do. I'd like to ask you, what are the, and you guys just brainstorm with me as quickly as you can. Give me, what are your fears, your worries, your stresses, your hopes, your desires as young women? And a hand shot up. And a college-age girl said, I'm sorry, I object to that language. And she said, excuse me? She said, yeah, I'd rather you just refer to us as people, because that's very kind of sexist to say young women or young women. We're all just people. We all just feel the same way. So Shanti went, no, okay. And so the women all, you know, started sharing things, and Shanti wrote all of it down. At the end, she said, oh, by the way, I know that we're all just people, but would you like to see what last night the guys, when we posed that exact same question, what they shared? And the girls all said, well, yeah, we'd love to. So she opens up the other side of the whiteboard. Not a single word was the same. And the girls are there looking with their jaws dropped open, going, I can't believe this. And what it came down to was the difference, and I'll translate it. For every single one of the guys, everything that they wrote up there was, am I able? Am I adequate? Do people notice me? Do they respect me for what I do on the outside? For everyone on the young women's side, it was, am I lovable? Am I special? Am I beautiful? am I worthy of being loved for who I am on the inside? So, at that point, I'd say we're pretty different. I mean, there was no leading questions, anything like that in it. And instead, what we found was that the women, their highest, their deepest needs was that which is inside them, they want it affirmed. They want to be known. They want to feel special and loved. The boys, the young men on the other side, it was all about what I can accomplish, respect, what happens, as people, how do they view me for what I do. And that was a huge, huge difference. Now, so I'm making that, that's a generalization, and with all generalizations, there are always exceptions. So there could be, and there are, we've done a lot of surveys and research on these things.